Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? And you've probably heard everything there is to hear about the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL following the Google event. I was there, and one of the reasons why I am doing this unconventional hands-on is because I already have my device, and I've already gotten down to the review process. So what I'm looking forward to is bringing you my full review and also a couple of vlogs for a main reason that I'll get into in this hands-on. There are a couple of things to cover before I get into the main reason why I'm already really digging this device. The Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL both come in a few different colors. You got the black edition, which is what I have in the Pixel 3 XL. You have the black edition, the white edition, and then an edition that's called not pink. It's not pink, but it kind of is, and it looks kind of cool, but it is a far cry from the Panda edition of the Pixel 2 that I think everybody kind of loved. The phones this time around also feel somehow better than last year's devices. The Pixel 2, especially in the black edition, had this sort of sandstone feeling to the material underneath the glass, but this year's phones almost feel thinner, and the backings, while a little bit more slippery, are very smooth to the touch, which gives it an even more premium feel. There's a lot of fun to be had with the Snapdragon 845, and of course Android Pie brings all of its new enhancements and its new interface options. Now, if you've used Android Pie on the Pixel 2 or any of the devices that were updated to Android 9, then there's really not a whole lot that's new here. And even the digital well-being layer is still in beta, so there's still a little bit left to be done in Android Pie in particular. Yes, the notch turned out to be absolutely real, and everyone already has opinions on it. There's a huge face now at the top, and I'm not a notch apologist by any means, but I will admit that the larger screen has become a little bit more of a desire for me because I do a lot of mobile gaming and I watch a lot of YouTube, so I went ahead and went for the Pixel 3 XL. And again, not a notch apologist, but there is a lot going on in that little area. Not only are there the sensors and a front-facing speaker underneath the surface there are also two camera lenses, and that leads me to the main reason why the Pixel 3 XL is probably going to be my #1 phone moving forward: vlogging. You all know that I like to vlog with my smartphones, and I have a couple of attachments that I put onto my phones when applicable. Mainly the Moment lens, which actually, one fun thing, the Moment guys were actually at the event handing out the brand new cases, and I'm going to review the Moment experience when using the Pixel 3 XL. But when I used the Pixel 2 as my vlogging rig, which I've done on a number of occasions, and I'm sure you've seen those videos here on my channel, well, I had to use a front-facing attachment, a wide-angle clip-on lens on top of the front-facing camera. But that doesn't have to be the case anymore because the Pixel 3 XL and the Pixel 3 even have a wide-angle secondary lens. This makes perfect sense because selfies are now so important to a lot of people that they want to get even more into their selfies. Not only can you get in people for group shots a lot easier, but this wide-angle view can be used for video recording as well. Built into the phone, you have a wide-angle lens that is traditionally used for vlogging methods. You can share even more of the environment, you can show off what's going on behind you in a much easier fashion when compared to a bunch of other phones whose lenses are way too narrow to make this happen. Now, as far as the general camera specifications, they are pretty much the same as with the Pixel 2. You still get a 12 megapixel camera on the rear that should be bolstered by Google's processing and HDR+. There are a few new modes that are available here that I'll get into in my full review, including the Top Shot mode. If you saw during the keynote, it is a feature that allows you to pick the absolute best shot from a bunch of them after you hit the shutter button. This camera package, which would be good for vloggers and photographers alike it seems, is on top of a lot of enhancements that have been put into the brand new phones, including wireless charging alongside the Pixel stand, which allows the phone to become a little bit like a Google Home smart display in that you can actually look at stuff happening on the screen and use the two front-facing speakers as an audio output. The event itself was a really good time, and even though the focus was on the Pixel 3 lineup, I was able to take a look at the Pixel Slate as well. One of the reasons why I want to bring up this tablet is because it is a Chrome OS enabled tablet that brings some of the best features from the Pixel 3. Front-facing speakers, and even a camera package that takes advantage of Google's algorithmic processing. So even if you have an 8 megapixel camera on the rear and on the front, it might actually be one of the only tablets out there that can take some really good looking photos. But that large screen that can be attached to a folio keyboard does seem to show some really awesome colors and makes media and potentially video games pop really well. I'm looking forward to taking a look at the Pixel Slate if that opportunity is given to me, but for now we're going to be on the Pixel 3, so you can look forward to my full review of the Pixel 3 XL in particular as I use it over the next number of days for vlogging and taking photos and using it as a daily driver. I would not be surprised if I ended up using this phone as my daily driver, mostly for vlogging opportunities, because I'm able to already attach a moment lens to the back given the case that I got at the event. Thanks to the Moment guys for that. But of course that wide-angle front-facing camera is going to be one of the best tools available, and its 1080p recording already seems like it's going to be about the same as the Pixel 2 in that it's pretty good. As I mentioned earlier, I did already do a bit of a vlog using the Pixel 3 XL, so you can look forward to that piece of content out here in New York over the next couple of days, so you can see what this camera is made of and what it is capable of. Obviously, I did use the Moment wide-angle attachment, as I tend to do in my mobile vlogs. And I'll see if I can add in a few camera samples as well, so you can see what the portrait modes and the HDR modes are doing to make this yet another high contender in the smartphone camera space. Keep it tuned there, and I'm going to call it on this one, so you can look forward to my future review of the Pixel 3 XL. Everybody is going to be reviewing it in the next few days, so make sure you stay tuned to my channel for my perspectives on it, and I will ask the question, who is this phone for? So thank you so much for watching, look forward to my review, and remember to enjoy your tea, everybody.